Okay, we are here in Ashbury. We have finished to do everything we need to do, and I want to talk again to this guy. Now I am part of the Thieves Underground, so maybe he has something to say to us. I know he's part of the Underground. Hello again. May I ask you some other questions? What is it then? No, nothing. What can you tell me about the Wheel Clan? I know little of the dwarven people. Yeah, he knows nothing. How weird. Maybe I should go to the station first. Okay. Yeah, that is an option. There is a person in the station of Tarant that's also with the Thieves Underground, and she will give you quests to do around Tarant. But right now, maybe, just maybe, we could, I mean, seriously, we could go to the Wheel Clan. Okay. Eventful, not. Yeah, it's either none or everything. Oh, you guys. You want to die too, I suppose. That's not really backstabbing, is it? Oh god. These people have no self-preservation, but look at this. I don't really want to sell any more of these things, but I'm gonna keep the money and the armor of the guy. Well, maybe, you know what? Maybe I should keep this. Just in case my dagger breaks, because I have this dagger that we found. And yeah, it's repaired already. It's not very durable. What about this? Let's see.
What is it that you want of me?
You don't wear it, right? I don't think so.
How can I help you? What do you need to know?
Not really, Magnus.
How can I help you?
I would like to... Okay. No. Let's give it to him. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. You can make quite decent... If you scoop up all the loot from these Malocan hand guys, you can accumulate some kind of money. Oh, what is this? This bright spot. Okay, let's use these glasses. Oh, here it is. We're going in then. So this mine is inhabited, so we shouldn't be risking anything, right? Hold! What business have you in the caverns of the Wheel Clan? Speak! Well, I come with grave news. I see, this is grave news indeed. You need to speak with King Thunderstone. His house is directly northeast of here, just through the center passage. Speak with him and he will know what to do. Okay, I will do that. That was easy. So let's go straight on. Hello? So are you needing me? A fine day to you. The living quarters are so cute. I think this is probably my favorite location in the whole game. It's priceless. Dwarven Royal Guards. Here we go. Hello? Sir, it's a good day. Okay. Huh. This is the throne room. Look at this. Dwarf noble. Let's see. Greetings, traveler. I'm sorry, I don't believe we've met. I am Randver Thunderstone, son of Logair Thunderstone. I stand as chieftain and king-in-waiting of all the dwarves, both over and under mountain, in the lands of Arcanum. Welcome to the caverns of the Will clan. Well, a pleasure to meet you, Randver. I have a few questions for you. Of course, what do you need? I come with news of a most dire nature. Dire nature? Of what are you speaking? I have a tale to tell. Randver is quiet for some time, I see, and you say you've been to the Isle of Despair to confirm the story of Godmund Orbender? Yes, I was there, and there was no sign of the Black Mountains clan's dwarves. This troubles me, my friend. We were given assurance by Alberic. Assurances, bloody meddling. Oh, blast them, all the dark depths. All to the dark depths. Blast who? The elves? What's going on here? This is an old and dark business, the business of my father, and as I am his heir, it falls to me to make it right. But I know not what to do, he told me so little. What happened to your father, Randver? Well, my father, great and solid Logair Thunderstone, king of the dwarves. Do you know of him, stranger? The stories of his courage, of his strength, of his wisdom. My father, stone amongst stones. From out of the madness of the clan wars, he united us under one banner, under one king, through the sheer power of his will. Okay, so this guy is not Logair. Torvald was still talking about Logair. Well, yeah, it makes sense. Passed a long time, alright. Where is he, Randver? What happened to him? It broke his heart, that heavy stone heart. He who warred against Lorek the Abjurer in the Pass of Gorgot, who in victory burned Lorek alive, along with 10,000 of his dwarven followers. And this broke him like a child upon the stones of the world. Please, Randver, I need to know what has happened here. I am not understanding one single thing. It is as the Orbender told you. My father permit the banishment of his own people by the elves. He watched them sent away, heard their cries with hardness born of 100 generations of thunderstones. So where is he? My father came home, and upon his knees cried out for his lost foolish brethren. Tears of regret, stranger, regret, shame, and sorrow. The caverns shook with his fury, shook at the impact of his hands upon bare stone. He tore the clothes from his body and set his bulk against the walls and the floors, and his sorrow was marked in blood. And then, I told you, he left us, walked into the old caverns with nothing but Harrow, first axe of the Thunderstones, and with that weapon he disappeared, exiled by his own grief, and left the Wheel clan. He's never returned. Well, you see, Godmund spoke of a connection to Gilbert Bates. Bates? It was Bates who spread technology and its disease. And who are we to blame him, humans? Cursed with brevity, lacking patience, lacking discernment. I spent human lifetimes deciding on what type of stone to use in a mural, and look what they've done in only a few turns of the moon. And with this, these elves came to us speaking of punishments. So maybe the elves came to them because they didn't like technology spreading so much, because to them it's almost a health hazard. So maybe the elves. What was their role in this? The elves, it was they who demanded the banishment of the Black Mountain clan for their crimes. But as for the reasons, as I said, I know very little. My father never told me the details of his discussion with them, only that what had been decided was necessary and that the responsibility would be his. But tell me, what crimes, what had the Black Mountain clan done, except spreading technology? So yeah, technology, manipulation of natural force, the stone and gearworks that make men gods, this our legacy given into the hands of reckless children, and the disease has spread, and the cost, stranger, oh the bloody cost. Oh yeah, so this disease is probably the disease of the fact that many races are sensitive, many magically inclined races are sensitive to technology. I see why the elves could pull off something like this. Who were these elves? I have no idea, and I know not why my father felt it necessary to speak with them, nor to heed their demands. Yeah, that is weird. Also that you don't know. As king, my father never should have allowed them to interfere, but for some reason he allowed it. He's never spoken a word about it since. What did the rest of the clans say? The other clans never knew that the elves were involved in the banishment. They were only told that the Black Mountain clan had been exiled, punished for their crimes, and my father was the only one present when their sentence was passed. Look, it seems I will have to speak with Loger. Where is he? I told you, he exiled himself. He walked into the dredge and has never returned. The dredge? What is this, and where can I find it? The dredge is an old system of caverns, a mine actually, not far from here. The entrance is just beyond the entrance to these chambers, and to the southeast. There you will find a stone archway. Beyond that you will find the dredge, into which my father disappeared. So what can I expect to find in this dredge? Right now it serves a little purpose but to house an assortment of foul creatures. There are minecart tracks and an occasional storeroom. No one ventures there anymore, so I don't know anything beyond that. You must know where he is. Can I convince you to tell me? Why would you think that? If a dwarf wants to be alone, then the dwarf stays alone. I mean, if this whole thing was honest and legal, I'm confused. Why exactly was your father so ashamed? That's a complicated discussion, friend, a very long one that I'm not sure you'd fully be able to understand. I believe my mental powers are up to the task. I'd have to disagree. I think we'd better resume our previous discussion. Okay, so then you're his son. You'd have gone looking for him at least. And why? He left me here to rule a kingdom, and rule it I will. What sort of son would I be to go running around in the dark looking for a father who doesn't care? And what has he left behind for you, Randver? For me, he has left a crumbling clan, its people confused and frightened at the changes in our world, hurt by the abandonment of their clan father and king. And it falls to me to hold us together. You're a thunderstone. Start acting like one, for your father at least. Never speak of my family, my honor, or my father. I would as soon brain you as hear you say another foolish word. Perhaps I've gone too far, then. I'll go to search for him alone. Yes, you must go your own way on this, stranger. I will tell the guards at the entrance of the dredge to let you pass. Good day to you. Good day. What a bunch of cowards these people are. There is something behind this. Something's weird is going on around here. I don't think that dwarf is telling the truth. Okay, we have an exit. Is there another exit here? No. What an incompetent son that guy has. Well, I mean, we just left Darnholm, where they have a guy like King Praetor in command, so who am I to judge, right? I'm just an outfit.
What is it that you want of me?
I don't want to click you by mistake. I'm just a little halfling, so what do I know about kings and stuff and such stuff? Maybe there is really nothing around here. This is truly weird. Another exit. I suppose there is another one here as well, right? Huh? Altar. Do you know of dwarven stone? Is anything so true? Not words, nor ways of magic, not sun, nor trees, nor sky of blue. O Alberic, great god of stone, the world lays on your spine. We who live within your heart seek now to know your mind. We bring to you the pitted rocks that once burned in your veins, and now we ask for stone and strength until the end of days. So this is one of the gods. Let's see. Alberic, a neutral lesser god, stone god of the dwarves. The ancient god Alberic has always weighed heavily in dwarven lore. According to the oldest dwarven myths, it is upon the spine of Alberic upon which Arcanum rests, and the dwarves are his first children who are privileged to live within him. Alberic is the most ancient of things, and loves those who are slow to anger, deep of thought, and hard-working. To the altars of Alberic, dwarves bring chunks of lava rock. To them, it represents his anger, which can be terrible, but which is cool and light when all is well with his children. Dwarves believe these offerings bring them increased strength. Mazarin, the elven mystic, an except from his book, The 12 Powers. And the 12 powers, they are woven together, flowing inward. The road to truth starts with wisdom, but shadow first finds purchase in the heart. The road between them is marked with stones. And the gods, they are jealous gods, and often despise one another. Greed is spit upon by love without the protection of the shadow, and this serves as a reflection of the whole. Be steadfast, 4 powers and then a 5th, 3 5s and then the 1, and glory to he who gains the blessing of the All-Father, who will become as a god himself. The meaning of this passage is unknown, but it would seem that Mazarin believed that all of the pagan gods were somehow intertwined. Very little research has been done concerning these supposed relationships. I am often asked whether or not I have my own religious beliefs. I will say only this: I've studied the old gods extensively, visited their temples, even made offerings at certain altars where they are still intact. From what I've seen, I can, with all verity, say that these ancient beliefs are not to be trifled with. Tread lightly among them. So, there are connections between which gods you decide to give your offerings to. We won't be offering anything to this altar because it's not compatible with our path or the path that I want to follow. I need to make offerings to certain gods. If you remember the diagram that unfortunately I don't have in the book here, but the diagram that was at the Tarant University, yeah, there is no diagram, right? It shows that some gods are linked. The gods that are linked to Torg, which is the one we started with, are Bolo, which is the one I want to get to, that is the Halfling god. And then there are another two, and then there is the last one. God is connected to the symbol of the moon, so of darkness and stuff. And this circle of gods we will be giving offerings to is the ideal cycle to follow for a thief character. I think, at least it's the one I think it's better for thief character. But if you are interested in following another circle, we have Alberic here, and nothing else. If you offer, if you do an offering to a god that, let's go back to the main room, that doesn't, that is not compatible with the one you have made the offering to before, then the offerings, then the whole cycle you're supposed to follow will be reset. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain this, but you have to do the offerings to the right gods in the right order to get the increases in skills and points that you want. If you don't do it in the right order, you botch the quests, basically. What a very stupid thing not to have the diagram in the book, actually. That is really... Let's go down here. Where are we? Ah, we are in the living quarters. Just fine. We are going to explore them. Let's see. Hello? To be sure. Any rumors for me, sir? You didn't hear it from me, friend, but no one has seen the true King Loghaire Thunderstone for many years. No one knows why either. Well, yes, I know something about that. That probably leads upstairs. Let's prepare to get lost in here. Looks like there's something going on here. Hello? Anything unusual I should know about, sir? We dwarves don't put much stock in books and the like, but it seems that they're the only thing that Eric Obsidian cares about. Calls himself a historian, I think. Alright. Nice quarters, by the way. Hello? He says yes. Hello, good dwarf. Might I ask your name? The dwarf before you is old, with large streaks of grey in his hair and beard. He is wide, even for a dwarf, with large hands and forearms. My name is Vegard the Molten Flow. Nice to make your acquaintance, boy. Hello, Vanguard. I'm Mr.Dixon. Well met, Mr. Dixon. Welcome to the Will Clan. Is there something I can help you with? Yes. Maybe. What is it that you need to know? Expert in spotting traps. Tell me something about the Will Clan. The Will Clan is the oldest of all the clans. Loghaire Thunderstone is our clan chief and also king of all the dwarves. He has ruled for more than 600 years until, well... What? What happened to Loghaire? Sorry, boy. Being you're not a dwarf, I shouldn't be talking about the king or his business. Are you sure you can trust me? He looks at you, considering. Sorry, boy, dwarves don't trust just anyone. Perhaps wish to speak of other things. Well, what else can you tell me about the Will Clan? Not much else to tell. We've a few shopkeepers here and there, and they're always willing to make someone a deal. All in all, we're good folk here in the Will Clan, but don't get out of line. With the dredge and the king gone, well, be that as it may, just watch your step around here. Alright. Yeah, these people don't seem very friendly. Maybe it's better if we... Okay, dog. Calm down. Let's see. Who do we have here? I hope this one is going to be more collaborative or whatever. Happy to meet you. So, who are you? My name is Eric Obsidian. It is a pleasure to meet you. So, well met, Eric. I have a few questions, if you don't mind. How can I help you? What is it that you do here in the Will Clan, Eric? Me? I'm an historian. I study our dwarven past, reflect on the paths we have taken, collect objects of historical relevance and value. When I can, I try to tell our story and tell it true. I can only hope to be a looking glass into the dwarven soul. So what are you studying right now, Eric? Currently I'm studying dwarven legends and mythology, and recently I came across something very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So what, Eric? What is it that you found? Sorry about that. The possibilities are so exciting. Perhaps I should be more forthcoming. Dwarven mythology tells of an ancient race of dwarves whose civilization was filled with such wonders as the world has never known before or since. They were known as the Iron Clan. Huh. The Iron Clan? Were they real? What happened to them? Well, no one really knows if they were real or what happened to them if they were, because we found no proof of their existence, but one of our miners dug up an old dwarven mace a few weeks ago. The handle of that axe was hollow, and within it was this... He shows you what looks to be an old schematic. So what is it? It looks to be the schematic for a key. There is some text on here which seems to hint that it is the first of many keys which open the place of iron where lies the stone. Do you know what that could mean? Well, not really. What does it mean? The stone that it refers to could be the famed Durin stone, upon which the dwarven philosophy of the shape and the stone is purportedly carved. The recovery of such an object would be invaluable for the dwarven race, an unparalleled discovery reflecting our culture and history. Ah, tell me about the shape and the stone. I'm sorry, my friend, but the shape and the stone is for the dwarven soul. It is not for me to tell you such things. But really? Why haven't you gone looking for the Iron Clan then? I've not the time, friend. There is so much here that is real and known that I cannot chase ghosts all over Arcanum. Perhaps one day I might find the time to make this key and see where it takes me. Well, maybe you will. Good day. Let's see. I think Mr.Dixon is not going to be very open towards these people if they don't open towards him in return. Oh, this guy's sleeping. They are guards, I think. I think, guys, maybe, just maybe, we should go to the dredge and be out of here as soon as possible. It doesn't look like they want anything to do with us. And they look a bit sketchy, honestly, like they're hiding something. Be quick about it now, I have to be on. So who are you? I go by the name of Train Ironheart. And you are? I'm Mr. Dixon. Well, Mr. Dixon, what brings you to our clan? We do not receive many visitors in these new times. And why is that? Ever since he begins to say something and obviously thinks better of it. We keep to ourselves ever since the humans stole our technology, mere children with the power of our gods in their hands. The thought of it makes my blood turn cold, it does. Never in all our history could we have ever imagined such a thing. Since our place in the world has been stolen, we have removed ourselves from it. Well, that was not necessary, I think. But what can you tell me about the Will Clan? The Will Clan is the first of the greatest of all. First and the greatest of all. Hence our position as the head of clans. We have ruled unchallenged since the Great Clan Wars. The Clan Wars? Yes, perhaps I've said too much. The Great Wars are not something we discuss with outsiders. Ah. So you don't discuss anything with outsiders? Expert in arming and disarming traps. You're supposed not to ask about the dwarven women. I think I know why the Will Clan is so secluded. Yes. Where are all the dwarven women? He seems to become very angry for a moment and then he calms himself down. That is not something you should ever ask a dwarf about. You're fortunate I am a forgiving person. Some would have cut you down where you stand for even mentioning such a thing. Okay, let's go. Oh, one thing. I know that you're a traveler. If you ever happen to find yourself at the Stonecutter clan, could you deliver a message to my brother? He's been gone some 15 years and I need his help back here. He's a bit of a layabout, if you get my meaning. The Stonecutter clan. Yeah, I will. But only, yeah, you could mark the location on my map. Of course. Maybe it's something we can explore. Maybe the people there will be more open, I don't know. But why don't you go get him? As I've said, my brother is a lazy sod, so I have more than my share of work to do here. I'm thinking about taking a vacation in about 5 years, so if he's not back by then, I'll fetch him myself. Okay, you tell me where he is. He takes your map and marks it. There you go. Thank you, good day. So his brother, whatever, he's in another mine. Maybe the people there know something else. Now we have some, I think this could be more barracks. Yes. What's in here, in this little room? Nothing, right? Not even a chest or nothing. Maybe that's supposed to be the toilet. Ah, what is here? Look at this cool room. A chemist or something. Maybe.